And how were people's meditation in the last couple of weeks? It's been that long since we've seen each other. How about you, Barley?
Well, I haven't been meditating as much as I'd like, but one time I'm trying to do it is when I wake up in the middle of the night and my
Uh-huh.
brain is just racing with thoughts. And then I'm trying to meditate to go back to sleep. So I go back to sleep. So I don't know what does
Oh,
it, but
good.
Okay.
it seemed like a possible use of meditation.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. To calm down the thoughts. I think that's a big use of meditation.
Good.
Very good.
You could also, Barley, you could try that Qigong thing about
Oh yes. Well, of
triple
course
warmer.
I'm laying in bed, but yes, I am trying to do that qigong. I could do it in my mind.
I picture
Right,
myself doing it too. I picture it
Okay.
all
right.
mentally. It's not helping me so much, but I picture doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a friend who was a yogi, and he said the problem with exercise is that it puts toxins out in your body. And so if you just do the exercise in your mind, you still get the benefits of the exercise, but without the toxins.
Hmm.
Cool.
I'd have to learn more about that.
Okay, that's right. Let's all do some push-ups right now. Think about it. Okay. Okay, how about you, Daniel, in your turbulent circumstance?
Well, I haven't, well, I was really steady with that one app that I was using and I was, I was
Mhm.
being really consistent. And then with the flights and then staying with a friend and then not having use for my phone literally for weeks. So I have been, but I haven't been as um consistent,
Mhm.
like I'll take 5 minutes here and there and I'll do things, but I haven't been where I've been progressing. And I've been wanting to go through the past weeks of the videos, but get distracted and then I forget. And I'm like, then I get a little upset with myself that I'm not being consistent because I have too much time to be consistent, but yet I haven't gotten a real flow for myself. But
Well, also, you've relocated a third of the way around the world.
yeah,
Your family situation is a lot different than you thought it would be when you started the trip. All of those things add to the possibility of internal turmoil.
for sure, for sure.
And so this actually could be one of the better times for meditation to, piece you out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And
but it's just yeah, I'm finding like video games or distractions for little time periods instead of doing the things that I
right,
know would be beneficial. And
right.
I'm working on it,
And
so
it's funny, these apps really do provide a kind of discipline support
yeah,
that can be
yeah,
useful.
yeah. I found it really, really helpful and then when I went without it, then I was kind of tumbleweed in kind of the universe for a while there and not very rooted and not consistent and not
Uh-huh.
seeing progression. But
Yes,
just thinking about it and knowing that it's something I want to do is part of the process. So
yes, yes.
by next
Thinking
week,
about it is a good place to start. Thinking about it is not meditation, though.
no,
That's one of the regular problems that we've seen through the years of Carol and I's practice is meditation is a lot more beneficial than thinking about meditation.
yes it is.
Yeah.
Yes it is.
Okay, how about you, Carol? I know our meditation, because of this virus, we just finally yesterday started to have afternoon meditations again. So it's
Yeah, And the one from yesterday was pretty good, surprisingly, not having done it for a while. So
Uh-huh. Well, you can still ride that bicycle.
it doesn't get stolen.
A literal bicycle?
I literally had a bicycle stolen out of our garage here.
Yeah, I remember that. You didn't get another one, did you?
No, not
No,
yet. I want to.
no, it was a
Oh.
virtual bicycle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
How about you, Doug?
They stole a virtual bicycle? How did that happen? Was it a
Well, let me
virtual
imagine
thief?
it.
It was a great looking bicycle, but I hated it, so I wasn't at all unhappy.
Oh, oh, okay.
You get to
They were in for a bad treat if they thought they were going to like it.
You know, I was just thinking about what Barley was saying about waking up in the middle of the night. Before I started this mindfulness meditation, I remember one of the techniques for falling asleep is exactly the same thing we do to start meditation, which is watching your breath,
Yeah.
concentrating on your breath. That's also a classic technique for falling asleep when you're
Mhm.
having difficulty. Yeah. So anyway, so my meditation last week was really good. I was meditating every day, and it was good. There were good meditations. This week I had some friends over for dinner on Tuesday. And usually when I do these dinners, I cook for about 3 days. So I've been kind of busy this week, not too much meditation,
Uh-huh.
but that was Tuesday. So I'm ready to start again.
Okay, good. And it's still funny how these little things just kind of upset your equilibrium.
They do because like I concentrate on that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I've been doing is this kind of stuff happens is just observing. You know, what you're seeing is how your mind works.
Uh-huh.
And you can see how your mind works when you're meditating and in daily life. And, you know, the mind gets in it's amazing how much the mind can get in the way of your peace and equanimity,
Yes, it can.
you
So
know.
you both had COVID?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh.
we did
Do present tense.
do. And then uh
But
my
you're feeling
wife and
okay?
my daughter and her partner in Portland have it. We're spreading it around the family.
Not even seeing each other.
Right.
Well, that's one hell of a bug if it traveled to Portland.
That's right. Well, it got a seat on one of those planes that Daniel couldn't fly on. Okay, then let us uh, start with our first meditation. And mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention in the present moment on purpose, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. All right. It's good to be meditating again. Now, today I want to talk about grief and gratitude. In this turbulent time where normal life has stopped and then changed due to a bunch of reasons, the pandemic, climate change, political turmoil. In this time, many have some feelings of grief about what has been lost. These feelings may be mixed with the feelings of gratitude also for the many gifts and blessings that you've had in your life. Mindfulness suggests a way to deal with all of this. I say it each time before we start to meditate. In the present moment, non-judgmentally, fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. There's a Zen story that illustrates this. A lord asked Takawan, a Zen teacher, to suggest how he might pass the time. He felt his day very long attending his office and sitting stiffly to receive the homage of others. Takawan wrote 8 Chinese characters and gave them to the man. They were not twice this day, inch time, foot gem. This day will not come again. Each minute is worth a priceless gem. After this, the long hours sitting in court were no longer a problem. So I encourage you to cherish each moment. Let it fill you. Experience it fully, then let it go. It all passes. Everything passes, even what we love the most. The grief is acknowledgement of the love we have in our heart. So, love, cherish, and then let go. And let yourself feel the grief and the gratitude that is in your heart when it's there. Feel it and then let it pass. Now we are going to have a 10-minute video on gratitude.
Hand on heart, follow through with me as I guide you through this gratitude meditation. It will be consisting of 1 minute for each step. Get in position. And eyes closed. Just take a minute to focus on your breath. Place your intentional focus on every inhale and exhale. And take a moment to connect with your heart. And see if you can feel the connection between your heart and your mind. That's right. And now take a moment to think about something that you are grateful for. Something that you already possess. And it could be as simple as having your body function to keep you alive. Or it can be something as complex as following a certain passion or profession. Really feel that sense of appreciation and gratitude for what you already have in your life. And now take a moment to think about another thing that you are grateful for. Maybe a particular friendship that you appreciate. Maybe the fact that you can count on yourself to complete a project, a deadline, to be there for your child, to be a helping hand for someone in some way. Breathe in that sense of gratitude. And now take a moment to be grateful for something that you want to attract into your life. Maybe there's a certain emotion that you want to experience more often. Whether it be love, or understanding, or better empathy, or compassion. And feel as though it's already happened. Perhaps you want to improve upon an existing relationship. Perhaps you want a promotion at work, a position that will bring you even more happiness. Give thanks for the greater intelligence for having already made it happen. And now take a moment from this feeling of wholeness and deep love to send some love and support to someone close to you. Maybe a sibling, a parent, maybe a child. Maybe your spouse. Think of someone who could do with some additional support and additional love right now, without no ego involved, without no alternative motive. Just send them love and well-being right now. And now take a moment to send love and support to someone a little further away from you. Maybe a distant friend. Maybe a colleague who you know is struggling with something. Maybe a client who's been on your mind, who's really, really needing your support. Send them nothing but unconditional love. And now take a moment to send love to a particular group, a collective, maybe a particular charity that you support, maybe your organization, maybe a local area or foundation or a school or a hospital. Send love to that place now. Spread that love further and further away, because that's how powerful you are, and that's how abundant you are. And now spread your love even further and connect with your greater intelligence, the oneness, the source, God, Allah, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. It's the same. And it's that loving energy that's already inside you and all around you at all times, that omnipresent essence of life that's giving you life now. That's taking care of all kinds of biological functions within your body that you don't have to consciously do at all. That's how much that greater intelligence loves you. And so send that love back there and enhance that feedback loop, that coherence between you and the greater intelligence. And now, take a moment to think about something that you want to create in your life. Maybe you want to develop a certain skill. Maybe you want to change your behavior and replace it with something more supportive and empowering. What habit do you want to get to? What vision do you have in a particular avenue? Whether it's to improve a relationship, enhance your assets, your investments. Maybe it is to make improvements in your organization or your profession. Maybe it's to do better acts of kindness or to serve more and more people. Associate with that experience, see it through your eyes, and believe that it is already happening. When you believe it will happen, your behaviors will change. You will act as if. You won't fall into low vibrational energy or survival-based emotions such as fear, anger, hatred, indignation, jealousy, anxiety, depression, sadness, hopelessness. None of that, because that energy takes away from your soul, your being. It drains you, it fatigues you, it pulls you into chronic stress and your egoic, unconscious patterns that keeps you stuck in the past. So instead, free that energy within you so that you have more energy to tackle even bigger things, to give even more, to stay focused on your vision and your path. And take a moment to consciously be aware of your state of being now. Think about how you started this session. What was your state before we even began this meditation? What were you thinking about or preoccupied with? How would you summarize the emotion that was dictating your mood, your attitude at the time? And perceive how you are now. Do you feel more in control of your state? Do you feel more whole, more loving, more giving, more abundant? Do you feel more optimistic and suddenly you have newfound energy? Do you feel lighter? You should do. Because that's what happens when you feel whole. You don't feel a sense of lack. And you feel like you can be your best. And that's exactly who you are right now. In this very moment, you are your best. So carry that energy with you for whatever remains of the rest of the day. Hand on heart, follow through with me.
All right. Now we'll have our final meditation. Just settle in, feel your breath, and notice this flow of breath. And remember a time of sadness or grief. Let it fill you. Feel the love that is behind it. Let it fill you. Then let it go. Now remember a feeling of gratitude. Let this fill you. Then let it go. And feel the peace within yourself. All right. And let's close with our chant. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Any comments or discussions or reactions?
Yeah, I got a bit emotional from it, so I still kind of processing it, but it was very, yeah, it was good for me. This was very, that was a good session for me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. I thought that there could be some emotion around this today. It really, if Carol doesn't mind too much, she has stimulated this because she's been somehow recently, this kind of grief has been bubbling up from her just, in this time, all the things that we've lost.
Yep, and thanks for the lesson. It was good.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to couple the grief with the gratitude.
It's helpful.
Yes,
Very much.
that's a nice way to tie those two together.
Yeah.
And what I know from the meditation and from the life is the way to deal with this stuff is open up to it, feel it, let yourself feel it completely. When you do that, then you don't have to hold on to it. If you experience it fully, then it makes it easier just to let it go and acknowledge it. So very good. Good to see you all. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody.
You
Cheers.
too.
Be healthy.
Try.